Hello and welcome to the Trading with Ashley channel. Today we are going to talk all about Sofi. Why am I focused 100% on Sofi? Well, for one, it's such a fun stock to trade, and its lower price point gives a lot of traders an opportunity to get into the game, especially if you are wanting to learn how to sell options. It's a great stock that allows you to get in the game at much lower price point. So if you need to sell a put on Sofi, you're going to need enough money to buy 100 shares. So if Sofi is trading around $12 a share, it's about $1,200. If they are trading at $15 a share, you'll need about $1,500. So it's a lower price point. If you have a larger account, you can just increase the number of contracts so it flexes. But I also like trading Sofi because it is in a niche market that's very different. It is 100% online bank, but they're not just a bank. They actually offer so much more. So that has been a big part of what has contributed to their success. They have adapted and grown, and if a student starts using them at the part in their life where they are applying for student loans and they're comfortable with the platform, they're comfortable with the relationship they had with this bank, then they will use them for all of the other things that come along in life as that student grows into a young adult, and then they need life insurance, car insurance, they want to buy a home. Sofi has adapted so that they can stay with them for life. So it's a big part of its success. Another thing is I really like how easy their website is. Their website is easy to navigate. It's easy to understand. Most investors that choose to invest in Sofi, they actually have been a consumer of Sofi. And also, it's got strong name recognition when you think about the different stadiums that are named after Sofi because they are the ones that are sponsoring them. Their marketing and advertising is really strong for an online bank presence. So all those things make it a great stock to trade. But it's important that you fully understand any stock that you're trading. So I thought today I would take a deep dive for all of you into Sofi, that we'd look at the fundamentals, the technicals. We're even going to take a deep dive into their investor relations page. I'm going to show you how to get to it and then what to look for as you are evaluating this company. Now, bank earnings are tomorrow, and although Sofi's earnings are not until January 29th, Sofi could definitely move on the bank earnings that we're going to see tomorrow, as there is a correlation there, and I'm going to show you that as well. So I want you to be fully prepared if you are going to trade this stock, and after this video, you should know everything you need to know before you go and try to trade. One of the first places I like to go when I'm evaluating a stock is I like to look at its fundamentals. Now, this is on Yahoo Finance, and it is associating a fair value to the current price. But I love what it's showing me here. So let's look at the earnings. If you go back to Q1, you can see that they have beat earnings every time. Now, this shows you right here that they are expected to probably come in right with the estimate of earnings. It looks like it might be slightly above. So this is an interesting way to look at it and just get a sense for it. Now, their earnings are not until January the 27th. So we do have a little bit of time, but as mentioned earlier, we have bank earnings coming up tomorrow, and that could more than likely give a hint as to how these earnings are going to perform. So I like to look at this in Yahoo Finance. Now, this is on the paid version to get to this tab for research analysis. But looking at their revenue versus earnings, this is also a real good visual. And you can see they have very strong revenue. And what you typically want to look for is to see how their earnings are versus their revenue. So basically what you're looking at is all the money they bring in and how much they keep. And so you want to start to see this grow over time. That means they're operating more effectively. And if they bring more money to the bottom line, that will increase investor confidence, and that will return higher returns to those investing in Sofi. So this is how you would want to look and evaluate that. Now on to the analyst recommendations. Typically when you see a stock that is considered a strong buy, you will see more green than yellow and red. And so you can see it's kind of split here. You have on average 3 analysts that are saying it is a buy or a strong buy, but the vast majority are saying just sit tight and hold. Now I like to look at the price targets. The analyst price target is actually giving it an average of 12.10, which is below where we're trading now. Now, I don't know how frequently Yahoo Finance updates this, and so that is something to consider, but the high price target is 19. And so what you want to see, it's assigning a fair value to it, but if this were to come down in price, let's say to around $10, then it might be considered a really good value if the average is 12.10. This is something to look at and something to consider as you're putting all the data points together. Now I'm going to take you into Robinhood's new platform, their charting software, and we're going to take a look at the stock from a technical analysis standpoint. I really like Robinhood's new layout. It's very colorful. It reminds me of a Light Bright when I was a kid. Any of you that had the Light Bright, you know what I'm talking about. If you look at this, the first thing I like to look at when I'm evaluating a stock is I like to look at where it's trading on the RSI. That kind of gives me a roadmap of how I should be evaluating the stock. Because if the RSI is under 50, it's typically in a bearish dynamic, meaning the selling pressure is exceeding the buying pressure based on volume. If it's 50 or over, then typically the buying pressure is higher than the selling pressure. So that just kind of gives you a general sense for it. So we're sitting right at almost 46 right now, looking at the last 14-day period. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is simply how fast and how much the stock has grown. You can see that it was consolidating, trading sideways, going all the way back to April, and it really traded sideways really until mid-October when it took off and started heading up. So that's just interesting to note, because if you were trading SoFi in this consolidation period, it was good to trade, but you weren't getting as much premium as you are now. Well, the reason is when you see this Bollinger Band expand like this, it was a tighter band right here, and then it started rising, and you start to see a larger bubble per se that the band is under. When you see these larger difference between the bottom of the band and the top of the band, that is a higher elevated IV. And when you are trading a stock, when it is in a higher elevated IV situation, you're getting more premium. But I must warn you, it's also riskier to trade. So you are being compensated for that extra risk by getting more premium. Now, SoFi is trading in the bottom part of its Bollinger Band, and the RSI is under 50. So your natural level of support that you want to look for is right here at the bottom of the band. So if you were going to go and start selling puts at this stage in the game, $13.50 might be a reasonable price to pick up SoFi. One thing I want you to look at is the moving averages. Now, this shows that the stock is moving up in a healthy manner. And how do I know that? Well, all the moving averages are actually stacked in order. So let's go through it. The first right here is the 20-day moving average. This is in the middle of our Bollinger Band, and it is sitting right there at about $15. Next is the 50-day moving average. So you can see that this is at about $14.68. Then we come all the way down here. There's quite a dip to get to the 100-day moving average. That is sitting at about $11.61. And then we get to the all-important 200-day moving average, and that's at $9.34. I'd like you to realize that each of these moving averages, the more days that are considered for the moving average, the stronger level of support that you have for that stock. Now, if you have a budget that is allowing you more to be able to trade more contracts, you don't have to put them all at any one of these levels. You could look at the bottom of the band as a level. You could look at the 100-day moving average as a level and the 200-day. But what you might want to consider doing is breaking up your contracts over several different prices. And the safer way to trade, if you're going to do that, is to put the vast majority of your strike prices at the lower bands. So if you were going to trade, let's say, 30 contracts, you'd be a lot safer if you put, let's say, 20 of those contracts down here close to the 200-day moving average and push them out a little bit further. And then you could do some of the riskier plays up higher towards the bottom of the band, or even right here at the 100-day moving average. And so ideally, the lower in strike you go, the more contracts you can safely sell puts on. Next, I want to take you to Google Finance. Let's evaluate this stock by looking at how it performs against its sector. And so one thing you can look at here, I really like how they illustrate the income statement down here, similar to how we saw it on Yahoo Finance. But here they are going to show you quarter by quarter how they're performing, and they are looking at revenue versus income, just like it did on the other. So you can look at it on the Yahoo format, or this is actually free right here. So you could look at this on Google Finance free. It does not require a higher level to get to this data, but you can see all of the detail down here below that is important when you are evaluating a stock. Also, you get to see the balance sheet. One thing that I want you to consider on the balance sheet, you always want the assets and the liabilities to be in line, meaning you would not want them to have more liabilities than assets. So that's important, just as it would be in your checkbook. If you have a mortgage, if you have a car note, you have grocery bills, those are your liabilities. You want to ensure that the income you're bringing in will cover everything you need and have some left over. And that's where the growth can take place for a business. So this is important to look at a company. And for Sofi, this is definitely a healthy relationship. Now, one thing I really like about Google Finance is the comparison tool. So what you want to do, if you want to compare, you'd like to see how Sofi compares against the financial sector. So there is an EFT, it's XLF, and it will show you how Sofi is performing against the entire financial sector. So if we look at this, you can clearly see that Sofi outperforms the financial in general. And that has to do some with the niche market it's in and some of the things I shared with you earlier at the opening. It's just a really fun stock to trade. So if we're looking at the 6-month data here, you can see that Sofi has seen a 97% increase, whereas the financial sector in general has only seen a 12% increase. You could even take it one step further and add, say, like a Bank of America in here. Look at Bank of America. It trades almost lockstep with the financial sector. You can see here, you're looking at 9% versus 12, but then Sofi is up there at 97. Finally, I want to take you to Sofi's website and show you how you can get to the information that will be important as you're considering investing in this company. And it's their investor relation page. So when you get to their general website, what you want to do is you want to scroll down. Right down here under company, you will go to investors. Once that populates, you go up here to events and presentations. And then here is where they're going to have the latest earnings report summary. So this is for Q3. You can download it and look through it, or you can simply scroll through and take a look. Now, this is wonderful. I like to expand this to get a better view, but this is something that has always impressed me with Sofi. If you look at most of their charts, it's truly like the stairway to financial heaven. You can see quarter over quarter, they continue to increase in most every metric. And here you can see at the top, it will show you how much is actually improved year over year. So from quarter 2 to quarter 3, they have seen membership growth from 8,774 to 9,373. Moving on, they show you their product offering, and you can see that this has continued to see increases every quarter as well. That shows they are innovating, they are growing, and they are able to reach a larger customer base. This is showing you that the total accounts are up year over year over 17%, and they continue to grow. So I'm hoping all of this is helpful to you. I really encourage all of you to dig a little bit deeper when you are wanting to invest in a stock or even trade a stock, because especially if you're selling puts, it's important for you to better understand what's behind a company before you just jump right in and copy trade anybody. I hope you found that helpful. If you like this kind of information, looking into a deep dive on a stock and looking at all different aspects of it, I'd like you to comment below. I'm trying to make sure that I give you the content that you find most valuable. If you want more access to me, the way I think, and all of my lessons and all of my trades, I want you to consider booking a call, and you can join a growing community. Without a doubt, we are the #1 community in this space, and I would love for you to be a part of that. Also, I want you to consider, if you're not ready to join the larger Discord, consider my new Trader Network. There, you'll get a great general understanding of how to trade options, and then you can always upgrade to join us in the larger community. Remember, if you're with Trading with Ashley, whether you have a big account or a small account, there is no trader left behind. Now, if you liked the way I analyzed SoFi, I want you to watch the video I just made the other day. It goes through several of the stocks in the Mag 7, and you will be able to better evaluate them after you watch that video right here.